Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for over 165 million years. There were many theropods throughout the Mesozoic era that were extremely formidable. We've picked 72 that dominate the others. In this show, we will talk about these dangerous animals, including when they lived, what they ate, their weaponry, and how humans would fare if these creatures were still alive. From the tyrant lizard king, to the lord of the lizard eaters, to the meat-eating bull, this is 72 Dangerous Animals Prehistory. Dilophosaurus grew up to 26 feet long and weighed up to 880 pounds. It lived 183.7 million years ago in North America.
Dilophosaurus was the largest land animal in North America in the early Jurassic. It was lightly built and had a slender skull. Its skull was delicate and had a gap below its nostril. Dilophosaurus is named for the two crests on top of its head. In life, the crest likely would have had a keratin sheath over them and would have been used to attract mates. Its teeth were long and thin, serrated, and curved backwards. It had a long neck with hollow vertebrae. Dilophosaurus had powerful arms and large claws on its thumbs and toes. It fed on animals smaller than it and fish. Dilophosaurus grew fast, gaining 77 pounds per year while juvenile. Dilophosaurus was an extremely powerful animal and was capable of killing any Jurassic herbivore that shared its habitat. Its teeth were dangerous weapons that would shred prey to pieces. The front of Dilophosaurus' mouth was more powerful than the back, which resulted in its following a similar attack style to crocodiles. Dilophosaurus had strong arms that it used to hold and manipulate prey. It could grasp prey in one hand or both and had arms long enough to bring its prey to its mouth. Dilophosaurus was fast and agile due to its bird-like respiratory system and high metabolism. It was the apex predator in its ecosystem. In Jurassic Park, Dilophosaurus was given a neck frill and the ability to spit venom. The use of venom was proposed as a way to kill prey back before the smart people came along and gave Dilophosaurus its rightful place as an apex predator, rather than having teeth and jaws too weak to hunt, as was thought for 67 years. Dilophosaurus was named in 1954, however it wasn't until 1986 when it was first proposed that Dilophosaurus could kill any animal in its habitat. This wasn't widely accepted until 2021, when it was confirmed Dilophosaurus could use its front teeth to bite through a bone. As well as venom, Dilophosaurus was given a neck frill to differentiate it from the movie's velociraptors. The size of Jurassic Park's Dilophosaurus was also reduced to 4 feet tall rather than 10, to further its similarity to Velociraptor. However, in reality, Velociraptor was 6 feet long and Dilophosaurus was 26, so they had a bit of a size reversal. Additionally, Jurassic Park's raptors were 12 feet long and based on Deinonychus, but they are much taller. In Jurassic Park, the Dilophosaurus was a full-body puppet with 3 interchangeable heads. There was no use of CGI in creating the Dilophosaurus for the film. Every Dilophosaurus scene was created and filmed using the puppet. This apex predator would be able to kill human prey with its powerful bite and strong claws.
Dilophosaurus takes first for now. Can it hold it against a similarly sized predator? Lorenhanosaurus grew up to 26 feet long and weighed up to 2,000 pounds. It lived 150 million years ago in Portugal.
Lorenhanosaurus has had an uncertain taxonomic status ever since its discovery. The most recent study listed as a Metricanthosaurid. The Lorenhanosaurus holotype was a subadult that would have been around 14.6 feet long, but since it was a subadult, it was not fully grown, and it has been estimated the adults would have reached lengths of around 26 feet long. The holotype would have been between 14 and 17 years old. 32 gastroliths were preserved in the holotype specimen's stomach. These gastroliths may be evidence that young Lorenhanosaurus preyed on fish and crustacean, which would require the use of gastroliths to grind them up in its stomach. Over 100 eggs from Loranhanosaurus has been discovered, some of which had bones and skin of the embryos preserved. Loranhanosaurus competed with Tovosaurus, Allosaurus, and Ceratosaurus for food. It is thought that younger Loranhanosauruses would have lived in coastal environments, while older individuals would have moved further inland. The adults likely would have eaten other dinosaurs. Loranhanosaurus was a social dinosaur that lived in groups and had colonial nesting. They likely lived in large family groups and hunted in them too. Loranhanosaurus could quickly take out a human that got too close.
Loranhanosaurus doesn't have what it takes to overtake Dilophosaurus for top spot. It slides in a second. Up next, a little-known abelisaur. Viavenator grew up to 18 feet long and weighed up to 1,700 pounds. It lived 86 to 83 million years ago in Argentina. Viavenator, the road hunter, was a medium-sized abelisaur. Like other abelisaurs, it had a shortened skull and very short, useless arms. Viavenator could turn its head quickly and had a wider range of motion in its neck than most other abelisaurs. It had a great sense of hearing. Viavenator is thought to be a transitional form between earlier and later abelisaurs. It was one of the top predators in its habitat. However, Tratayinia, a large megaraptor and featured later in R72, was larger and most likely higher up on the food chain. Tratayinia may have even preyed on Viavenator. Viavenator ate small and medium-sized dinosaurs as the majority of its diet. If Viavenator attacked a human, the death would be delayed, as Viavenator had a relatively small head and wouldn't have been able to instantly kill you with one bite, unless it got a hold of your head. Viavenator can't top our pack. It takes third. Incoming, a Metriacanthosaurid with tall neural spines. Metriacanthosaurus grew up to 24 feet long and weighed up to 2,200 pounds. It lived 160 million years ago in England.
Metriacanthosaurus, the moderately spined lizard, was named for its vertebrae, which were taller than most other theropods, but shorter than Acrocanthosaurus. As with many theropod dinosaurs, Metriacanthosaurus was originally classified as a species of Megalosaurus in the 1900s, before eventually being recognized as its own genus. It was a medium-sized Metriacanthosaurid that lived in forested areas. Metriacanthosaurus could run up to 20 miles per hour. It preyed on large herbivores such as ankylosaurs and stegosaurs. It could chase down a human and rip them apart with its jaws.
Metriacanthosaurus wasn't quite as dangerous as our other creatures. It beats Viavenator and takes third, pushing Viavenator to fourth. Up next, a sauropod-killing megalosaurid. Afrovenator grew up to 26 feet long and weighed up to 2,200 pounds. It lived 167 to 157 million years ago in Africa.
Afrovenator was a large megalosaurid dinosaur from the Jurassic period. While originally thought to be Cretaceous in age, reevaluation of the sediments revealed that Afrovenator dated back to the Middle Jurassic. The holotype is the most complete skeleton of any carnivorous dinosaur in Africa from its time period. It had relatively long legs and arms. It would have been somewhat lightweight for its size. It had 3 long claws on each hand that could use to slash prey open. Afrovenator had a very elongated skull with lots of sharp teeth that were up to 2 inches long. Its teeth were serrated, allowing it to easily tear chunks from its prey. It hunted large herbivorous dinosaurs such as the sauropod Jobaria. Afrovenator would have been able to put its sauropod killing power into an attack on humans, killing them quickly and efficiently.
Afrovenator takes second, pushing Loranhanosaurus, Metriacanthosaurus, and Viavenator to third, fourth, and fifth, respectively. Dilophosaurus holds strong in first. Up next, a colossal Carcharodontosaur. Acrocanthosaurus grew up to 40 feet long and weighed up to 14,600 pounds. It lived 113 to 110 million years ago in North America.
Acrocanthosaurus, the high-spined lizard, was a massive Carcharodontosaur that is believed to have had a continent-wide range in North America in the early Cretaceous. Acrocanthosaurus had tall neural spines on its vertebrae, resulting in it having a small sail for its neck, back, and hips. The sail would have had powerful muscles connecting to it and was likely used for fat storage. Acrocanthosaurus was the largest carnivore in its habitat and was the apex predator. It fed on sauropods, ornithopods, and ankylosaurs. Acrocanthosaurus wasn't a fast mover, and it ran at speeds of up to 15 miles per hour. It had a bite force of nearly 17,000 newtons. It would have used its strong arms to hold struggling prey before taking it out with a bite. It held its head 25 degrees below the horizontal position rather than straight forward like other theropods. It had a very strong sense of smell. While slow for a theropod, Acrocanthosaurus was still faster than most humans, especially for long distance. You wouldn't be able to escape Acrocanthosaurus if you were out in the open. Its large, powerful jaws would quickly end you.
Acrocanthosaurus was a force to be reckoned with. It slams its way into first, pushing Dilophosaurus to second, Afrobinator to third, Lorenhanosaurus to fourth, Metriacanthosaurus to fifth, and Viavinator to sixth. Acrocanthosaurus wins our episode and moves on to our finalists. Next episode, on 72 Dangerous Animals Prehistory, the Tiny Terrors, including the Terrible Claw, Orange Lizard, and Navajo Warrior. In each episode, we will rank the creatures from 1 to 6 on a scale of how potentially dangerous these creatures would be to humans, and the winner of each episode will showdown with the other 11 finalists in the season finale to decide on which prehistoric creature was the ultimate human killing machine.